May profits be upon you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the AM video analysis of Euro USD. We want to get this done, and maybe we can catch a New York session open bus in Euro USD. Maybe we'll see. But I want to get this up before the New York Open session starts in about a half an hour. It's 7:34 Eastern Standard Time right now. Let's take a top-down view, shall we? I hope you guys are doing well this morning. I see you, Mr. Patel. I see you. I see you in the free Telegram trying to mark up and getting these high probability trades. I see you. Okay, so let's take a look. Now, on the monthly, we can see month after month, each candle is a month, right? 30 days. Heading down. We don't need to go too much further than this, right? All right. You can see how price came down here. All right. This is the lowest point during 2017, right? It pushes up, comes down, comes back. This is an internal low, internal high. All right. And what do I mean by internal? It's within the trading range. The top of the trading range is the lower high. The bottom of the trading range is the new lower low. All right. And this is the bottom of the trading range because it made a lower low. All right. So we're heading down. This is bearish. Easy. All right. Keep it easy. All right. When you have a bearish break of structure, actual structure, a lower high or a lower low in a time frame, that is the structural point. Okay. This is high time frame structure we're talking about right now, being that we're on the monthly and we're working our way down. This is the weekly. All right. Now, this is the monthly lower, the monthly break of structure to the downside. That automatically makes it bearish, right? And then we have week after week of bearish price action with lower lows and lower highs. Too easy, right? This is how it's done. Every time it breaks a low, that's a break of structure. All right, that's a break of structure. That's a break of structure. All right, you just have to have that pullback. Boom, that pullback. Boom. All right, lower low, lower high. All right, there is no way to overcomplicate that. Well, some people find a way to do so. Now, let's look at the daily. All right, we can get down to the lower lows again. All right, where is the breaks of structure? All right. We see this low over here. We see it was violated, right? Boom, that is a lower low. This is the lowest point, all right, of that this pullback. I mean, this, the downtrend, the lower low. We get a little pullback here, all right, and then we break that lower. Great, all right. Is this actual structure? Do we call this structure? Because it was a very shallow pullback, and then we get it beat here. What do you want to call that? Don't get caught up in this. All right. Don't get caught up in that. All right. That is an internal high. What we're looking at, and I'll remind you again, is structure. Lower low, not this, lower low. Excuse me, lower high. Sorry, lower high. And then we break. And as this comes down, this establishes the lower low. All right. We pull back a little bit and we go even lower. But where is the structural point? I have the structural point here. All right. When you get a break and close below this low, then you establish a lower low. Now you can say it was here, and you can say this is the lower high and this was broken. And when we break this, yeah, we're bullish. You can say that. All right. For me, this is the trading range. And that's the important part. I don't want to get too caught up in a structured video right now. I actually need to make one for my viewers. Okay. Come on, man. Thank you. All right. So we come down. All right. In the daily. Just the reason why I was bringing that up is because this is the lower low. This becomes the lower high in this sequence. What does this become? What is this? What is that? Did we break this low? Then it's an internal low, all right? Because it's within the trading range, all right? And until we break this, that's when we get a new lower low. Boom, all right? This is an internal high, okay? We break the low, the structure, the actual structure point, all right? The higher time frame, all right, of this trend. We're still bearish once we break that, okay? So we're down here and we get a pullback. I love pullbacks. You know why? Because I'm looking for a lower high. Where would I be looking for the lower high? Aha! Here is the trading range, top to bottom. The middle point is the key here. The middle point is the key here. All right. What did I just say? The middle point is the key here. So on the daily structure, this is the trading range. All right. Until price breaks this high, we're still bearish. Price could come all the way up here and then take out this low. All right. Until if price is all the way up here, I'm still bearish because we haven't broken the trend. Do you understand? We haven't broken this low, higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We haven't broken that yet. All this happening in here is internal structure because we're within the trading range. I hope you understand that. Okay. So we're in the trading range. We are bearish, period. All right. On a lower time frame, yeah, this is an uptrend. On a lower time frame, this is an uptrend, but it's an internal structure. All right. So we're still bearish. That's it. Let's look on the 4-hour. This is where we start making our money. All right. Oh, do you notice the trading range changed? Check that out now. This is daily structure, higher time frame structure. That's the daily trading range. It is the 4-hour trading range. This same high has now become a little bit more important, right? Because it's a lower time frame. All right. This is still a high, an internal high on the daily, but on the 4-hour, oh yeah, this is very relevant. And we have a break of structure here when price breaks these lows. All right. And that makes us bearish. All right. And, you know, this is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We're still bearish. All right. We're still going with the higher time frame trend, but on this time frame, this is the top of the trading range. All right. And I want you to take note that we've come close to the middle of it. So we do not know if this lower high to this lower low is finished with a pullback. We don't know that yet. We are locked in a range right now, and we need to break this range either up high or see this arrow here, or we need to break this low. All right, before we start to decide if this is a break of structure. If we break this low here, all right, on this 4-hour, that would be breaking structure. This would be a breakout of this range to the downside, a bearish breakout. We'll look for, most guys are going to look for a pullback and then down, but this would confirm that we are done with the pullback. The pullback is not going to come up into this premium part of the trading range. This is discount. This is premium. This is the equilibrium. All right. We need a 50% or better pullback. This is like 48%. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come back up here. We have a fair value gap. I've got too many markings on the screen. All right. All right. This is a fair value gap that would pull price up here to an unmitigated zone. There's a lot of zones up here, my people. There's a lot of supply zones up here for price to come up and get what imbalances to fill. All right, there's a lot to draw a price up here. All right, but we need a definitive move, a breakout, before we start looking at taking a position. All right, I'm not going to take a buy from here unless I'm on the, I'm on the lower time frames and I'm scalping. All right. But I want to take a high probability trade. All right. This is not where I want to take my setup for a high probability swing from a swing perspective, trade to the upside. As I don't know if we're done here. All right, we are close here, and if I see a reversal pattern on the 15, 5, and 1, if I see a confirmation for price to go higher, I might get involved, but I might get involved, I may not. All right, the high probability trade is when you see, well, let's go down to the 15. I'm talking too much about the 4. Let's go down to the 15 and take a look, shall we? All right, and I want you to see how I'm reading what price is giving us. All right, we've taken liquidity here. All right, at this point. All right, that's a nice point to see, but you see how hard price rejected from up there, right? Now, we had news yesterday, and this is that news push. All right, ECB and everything, and then it came down. This wiped out some people, that move, because they weren't awares, right? We have a zone here. You see how price pushed up here, broke structure to the upside on the 15-minute now, broke this 15-minute structure to the upside. All right, and so this is a strong low. There's a lot of strength in it. So if price comes back down here, I'm looking for price to reject. That's exactly what it did. Came down to the midpoint of this demand zone, and we started seeing price move up, right? Now, I would look, if I'm looking for shorts, I'm trying to find out what is the expectational flow. All right, the order flow, I should say, is positive, it's bullish, right? Because we're making higher highs and higher lows, then we get locked in this range here. All right, the order flow is bullish, but it's in this range. All right, now we got a hint of things. The point I was going to make earlier was price did come here and reject at this demand zone, but I am looking for a confirmation. I'm looking for confirmations and whatnot. We may have gotten something here. We may have gotten something here on the 15-minute. If we go down to the 5 and 10, we can see that price did reject from the midpoint of this this zone here, right? Came back to retest, and we took out liquidity. We had a liquidity sweep to the upside. All right, there's a lot of imbalance in this move that made price come down here in the first place. And you know, this was London Open here. This is London Open, and we're sweeping lows. Over here, you can see that this was the low of Asia. All right, Asia was taken out. What do I look for normally? If the lows of Asia is taken out, then I'm looking for the highs. Wait a minute, what time was this? I'm sorry. You know, I looked at this. It's 9:15. This isn't Asia. Sorry. It's 12:30. Look at this. I'm losing my mind. This is the low of Asia here. All right, we took that low out convincingly. Could price tap into this low? Could price tap into this low and start heading down, confirming, breaking this structure here to confirm that the pullback is over, the higher time frame pullback, and we can start looking for lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We can take it down, because this would be a great swing trade to the downside, a great sell. All right, but what I want you to see is you need to wait until demand fails. You need to wait till demand fails, and then you can wait for the pullback to catch the high probability trade to the downside. All right, I look for I look for that every time. Right now, the order flow is bullish. I went one too many. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay. Right now, the order flow is full bullish. And we see it's 10 minutes to the open. I'm going to put this video out. All right. So I'm going to watch. I don't know why I said it that way. I'm going to watch how price reacts up here. All right. We have supply here. I'm going to watch how price reacts when it gets up here. All right. If we see price pull back, if we see price pull back and respect this low, and we come back here, take out, sweep this low here. I'm getting into the minutia. Yes, I am. All right. If we see price start to pull back before it gets up here, all right, I think there's an opportunity here. If price pulls back, we got relative equal lows, but this one was swept. This wick was swept. All right. I want to see the pullback. If it takes out these lows, but respects this zone here, then I'm looking for that. That would confirm for me that there's an opportunity to take price up and quite possibly take this out. Let me see something there. Let me see what the this is a good range to look at. Yeah, this is a good range to look at for sure. I will take this. I will take this. Yeah, I will take this, but we got to see how price reacts. Is it going to pull back? All right, because we already had a change of character and everything, but in a range, the rules kind of change. All right, we had a sweep. We had the sweep of the lows of this consolidative range. All right, we had a sweep of the lows of this consolidated range. With the news, it swept, it swept the highs, and then it came down and swept the lows. All right, and then we went back into the middle of the range. Now we're sweeping the lows. All right, and we could be heading up to sweep the highs, you know, at least to here. There's an opportunity to catch some good pips here, but I need to see the pullback. All right, I need to see the pullback. So this is the opportunity I'm looking at right now. All right, I would love to take a short here, but I'm not taking those shorts until structure is broken. All right. Would I take one from the middle of this consolidative range? I would not. I will not, but you can if you want to. There's always opportunities to take, scalps. All right, I'm looking at this area here. We'll see how it acts. It already did this here. All right, I want to see if it respects this low, or if ultimately if it respects this low. All right, I will go on the lower time frames and see and watch this on the 5 and 1 to see if we get some bullish price action around here, so I can take it up to here. All right, and we'll see how price reacts when it gets up there. But we have a lot of imbalance to come and get. This move has got to be rebalanced, and the market will do so. All right, but I would love to see this supply taken out. I would love to see the supply taken out, and we can go on ahead up. All right, this is a weak high. I'm going to point that out. This is a weak high. All right, this is a weak high. This is a weak high. Why? Because it didn't make a new low like this one created, broke structure, to swiped liquidity, you know, to create coming in. It created and got some liquidity, and then took liquidity out here. Broke structure to the upside, and price stayed up here. This is a strong low, so I expected a reaction here. All right. But these are weak because it didn't make a new low. Didn't break this low. Not yet anyway. Oh man, look at this. Look at it getting ready to go up. All right, so I'm looking at weak highs as liquidity, and price could come up and sweep all of this. All right, that's it. I gave you a bunch of markups. I'm sorry to get all crazy, but this is what I'm looking at here. You know, lay back, put an alert here, put an alert here. All right. And if you're looking for that opportunity, all right. and put an alert here to let you know that we may be setting up for a short, with that one. So I will see you in the next video. Give me some feedback. Let me know if this works out for you or not. And, I will see you in the next video. Thanks.